Hello everyone, welcome today to the topic Qingxiu, the inner pure practice. This is something really the most Taoists do when they go more in a serious practice way for internal alchemy, but it's also like the most hermits, I would say, they do it. So we also can do it in daily life, and it's nice to know what this means. So we go there, we look in the diet, we look what we drink, we look what is the lifestyle, the internal attitude, and everyday life. We go in all these parts and see there what this means. Like in general, we can say is about not forcing too much. Live with the Tao. So we start. The diet goes more in a lightly way. So this means mostly like more in a plant-based direct, vegetarian, vegan form. That is the goal. So more lightly that we feel as light. So simple that we also like hermit style that we can do all by ourselves. Yeah. Bigu is sometimes also a part, but this have to come naturally. Bigu, not eating grains, eating light, something in this direction. So, yeah, but this have all to come in a nature way. So in Bigu, we don't force things. We do it naturally. We listen to our body. So with drinking, we come back to this. With drinking, for sure, no alcohol, very pure. So water, tea, but not a lot more. Like sometimes soya milk and things like this when you live in town or so. Yeah, why not? It's not a big thing, but more lightly. Yeah. But we have to feel and listen to our body, what the body needs. There we come back afterwards, what they say. So the lifestyle is more less external distraction. We look that we don't have a lot of impulse. We make it more simple. So it's an interesting thing also for us today in the normal world, in the normal society, that we have so many distraction, and we look that we have less distraction, just like this. And this is a way like for hermits also. So we break it then also down for our daily life. So it can just help us to see what we can do. Then sometimes we force us too much or too less. So find their harmony is the goal. This would be like Qingxiu. This would be like this. So to find harmony in all things what we do, not overdo it. So the internal attitude is to be in harmony with the nature flow. So don't go too crazy, don't do too less, just do what you have to do. That's really the main thing. So in everyday life, it's not to forcing things, to do it naturally. So when we make a diet, this is strict like this, is okay, we can start to do something like this, but when we feel it's not the time, it's not the time. So I want to do 7-day fasting, water fasting. On the second day, I feel, this time, I'm suffering a lot. Then there is the time to say, it's not the time. You stop, don't think about, and you just go for it. The other time you think, today I don't have to eat. You don't eat. Next day, I also don't need to eat. My body don't need, I still have enough energy. And after 7 days, you see, I 7-day fasting. But you don't really have this in the mind. I have 7-day fasting. You just did it. This is Qingxiu. So it's all that we're not forcing. We can still do things, but we not force, but we just do it. When is the time we do it? We want to live like a hermit in a cave, but the natural way to go there is make the small steps. It sounds also wonderful, but it's still very hard and difficult. Yeah, many people think every time this is better, but the truth is, where you are and you are not happy is mostly not about the external, it's about the internal. You have to find peace with yourself. Then you have peace everywhere. When you don't have peace with yourself, you have peace nowhere. That's an illusion. And we can play a game that we don't see the illusion. Then we make so many illusions that we can't see it anymore. But it comes the time, the quiet time, it shows you the truth. So there we have to work with the things. So this means something, practice this path is also in general good. This means like you don't let all the things fall and just go in the cave. This would be not Qingxiu. What you did, what you create, you stand for it and you do the best. So this means when you have a wife and kids, or when you're just married in general, like a husband, when you have a partner, you don't just let it fall and you go, especially when you have kids. Then it's just one option. You can do this. Or in general, that you can ask. The thing is, the partner should be able to have enough money, a good home, and no worrying about food for the whole time the kid is there. After is then also no problem. Then when it's so long, then it's like this is really the way. So you support the things what you create. So someone would not just let it go and just say, I have to go. Or it gives people then say nothing and they just go. That is not the way. What you create, you stand for it. You find a solution. And it would be also not fair to ask the partner when you see there's no more money around, it's very hard, difficult life with the kids, so I go and want to find my peace. This is not the way. You make the best. And then when you see all is ready, then you ask the partner. When the partner say no, then you stay for it and work with it together. Find solution, find the practice in the family. That's the way. It's not every time like, wow, yeah, living in isolation is perfect. I have no worries. You have different worries, you know. Many people don't see how hard it is. It just sounds very nice, but it's in a different way very hard. When you do it, you know what I mean. Yeah. So in general, there is about living in the society with all the things. Is also there to find harmony. So isolation is the thing. There also find living in seculation means like when I live in a village, I interact with the people. Say hello. When I see I can help, I help, I interact. That is Qingxiu. It would be not I just go home and be for myself. That's not the way. Then you have to look that you live somewhere where is less people. Then is the nature way that is just normal. So a hermit, what lives this way, when someone comes by for a tea, he offers a tea. You know, you see where you live, that you live more for yourself, then you are more for yourself. But when you live somewhere with others, then you interact with others and support them. Then what you give out, you can become back. So you make your heart more easy when the surrounding is also in a better flow. Then for yourself is a better flow. When all struggling, it's like in the morning, like from everywhere like this. But when all in a nice flow, Then it's more like easy going, hey, hey, you know. This is the thing. Yeah. So there you really have to find harmony with all the things. So do things is important. Go with the flow. So Wu Wei, doing nothing means not doing nothing. Do it in harmony with the nature flow. That is the key. So also with practice, when we check the practice, daily practice, I practice like this, that I can practice every day. I be careful that I don't get injured, that I don't can practice every day. When I'm injured, I still can internal practice. I work with the things what is there and make the best of it. When, as example, when I'm too stressed from all the things, and then with nutrition, I feel I don't can eat this anymore and this and this. So maybe it's too much stress. Stress is acid. And some food is also acid. Then you have acid, and then you don't can digest. And so you get some problems. There is the harmony. Also make maybe a break for 2 weeks with something, and then start over, little doses, little portion, and then you can eat it again. It gives many options to do things in a nature way, but harmony means also don't think you when you do 1,000 crazy method that you become better faster. Now I do this. Wow, so crazy stuff. So I become very fast, reach very high level. That's an illusion. People like to build more illusion. Practice simple, but do the things what you do seriously. It's not about the volume you do, but how you do it. When you do it too many stuff, you do all little bit, but your brain is everywhere. You're not by something, you know. When you practice this, you think about the next practice, and this I have to do, and then you're stressed from the practice. Makes no sense. That's not Qingxiu. Huh? So to understand, this is the simplicity. This is like when you're like in the practice, what you practice at the moment, then you see, I can do the next, you know. And sometimes you have also many things to do, but today you just do one thing, one practice. And the next day you do like more again, but you're not attached. You know, the simplicity of practice is to do everyday practice. And also that you find harmony, like from doing all the parts a little bit, but you're not like too crazy with the schedule. A schedule is good to have, but not too crazy. You feel the body, you see what you need, and you work with it. But to be self-honest, is there difficult? Then we trick ourselves. Then the laziness is also somewhere, but we don't let us trick from the laziness. That's the thing. I hope you understand what means this in a pure practice. So it's really to cultivate on a high level, so that we let all the attachment go, and go in a lightly way. Or we know what is attachment and we work with it. You know, all step by step, not go too crazy from today to tomorrow. We stand to the things we do and work with it and see ways where we want to go, so we make the next step. So we are also not stressed when it needs more time. Sometimes we just want to reach something, and we think when we change from today to tomorrow is all is good. No, make your step, let it time, and all comes naturally. I wish you all the best, and see you next time.